Terri, that was really incredibly exciting.
It's huge, and I think it's so special just to remember everything Steve worked so hard for, and that it's the next 40 years taking us into the future are going to be even bigger. I couldn't have imagined where the zoo would be today, and I think we're going to have much more of a global impact in the future.
So speaking of globally, how many of the scientists?
Well, with Las Vegas, we're looking at a facility that's going to showcase Australian wildlife, and get people excited and inspired about conservation. So in the traditional Australian zoo, the animals will come first. The facility will have large open enclosures, and there'll also be off-display areas with larger acreage for the animals to roam. The team will come second, and that will mean staffing initially of about 894 people, and hundreds of those will be Australian. And then the visitation is very important as well. The visitors will come in third. And with the visitors, we hope that they will be inspired to come to Australia and to participate in preserving our world. After just being on a movie tour with Indian America, I found out that almost 100% of Americans have no idea what an echidna is. So we've got our work cut out for us. But the 37 million people who visit Las Vegas every year are people from around the world. And being able to showcase Australia to that kind of audience is so important for our future. With a population base of 21 million, it makes our country very friendly, very easy to visit, very easy to live in. And tourism dollars are where our future lies. Tourists come to Australia, they spend lots of money, and then they go away. Except for me. So God bless the tourists.
So you'll be looking at just having Australian animals?
We'll be looking at showcasing Australia, so I think that we won't be worrying about showcasing other animals. This will just be focusing on Australia. What a beautiful country we have, and our wildlife is unique in the world. We have the top 11 most venomous snakes in the world. We've got the 2 monotremes in the world. We've got the largest crocodiles on the planet. We have some of the most spectacular bird life found anywhere. And this is something that will be a huge draw card. In the UK, for example, 80% of visitors that come from the UK come here hoping to have some kind of wildlife experience. And we're finding that people are wanting to have a responsible wildlife experience. They aren't wanting to go to Africa and eat the wildlife. They're wanting to come to Australia and see the wildlife. And that's what we can give them. We can give them experiences they can find nowhere else on planet Earth. And we need to inspire that now more than ever. And the best way to do that is to give them a taste of it somewhere where people are gathering in large numbers and wanting to have a good time and wanting to accidentally learn about them.
Terri, what sort of timing are you looking at in terms of, you've indicated Las Vegas first, obviously that you'll get that project off the ground, and then the resort here. What sort of timetable are you looking at?
Well, ultimately I'd like to be breaking ground at the end of next year, but realistically that might not be the case. It depends on the economic climate and how fast we can move. So our goal is to be breaking ground next year and completing construction within 2 years, and then the business plan would indicate within 18 months of that time period we'd be seeing real return on our investment. And again, that gives us the opportunity to fund primarily projects in Australia, but also our projects throughout the world. Our wildlife hospital is one of the largest on the planet. At $2 million a year running cost, this is a huge burden. And our international wildlife programs include helping people. So whether it's the orphans of Uganda, the people hit by the tsunamis in Indonesia, or people throughout everywhere from Sri Lanka to Mexico, it's so important to continue funding these projects. And it would be nice for visitors to Las Vegas who are just going to have a good time to be participating in something which is so socially important and an opportunity to be putting money back.